What's up, everybody? It's your host, Jaden for Illini Daily. And guys, first things first, please subscribe to the channel and check me out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Check me out right there. And first things first, I need to apologize. I'm apologizing for not my statement about the combine because I still think the combine for the NFL and the NBA needs to be changed around a little bit. But I will apologize for my statements about Wagler. I didn't get the fully updated information, so I apologize for yesterday for not giving you guys the full updated information because his testing wasn't terrible. It just wasn't the greatest. The only thing I got was his vertical and his pro lane, but the rest of his updated stats and measurements from the Pro Day Combine was really, really good. Wasn't all amazing, obviously. You know, he could do a couple of things a little bit better, but we all know Wagler's not the most athletic, and that's not his game. But I don't think it's gonna hurt his. I don't think it's gonna hurt his status as much as I thought. His vertical was 36 maximum. His no step vertical was good though at 33, which is pretty good for a 6'6" guy. But a 36 maximum vertical is kind of iffy. But I feel like as he grows into his body and his athleticism, it's gonna get a lot better. And you know, he's just going to get a lot better as he grows into his body more. We all got to remember he's a 19-year-old kid coming into the season. So I think he's going to get way better, but the rest of his stats were really, really good. His spot-up shooting was still not the greatest, 11 for 25, which is okay, but his shuttle run and his court sprint, 3.27 seconds, and his shuttle run was 3 seconds, which is both good. His pro lane was about average at 11.05. He could pick it up a little bit, but his shooting off the dribble, guys, was elite. He had 25 for 30, which was really, really good. His three-point star drill, which is 12 out of 25 shots, that's pretty good, over 40%. Free throw attempts, he made all 10 for 10. And his mid-side shots was 12 for 28, 42.9%. That's really, really good. So he did really, really well. So I apologize for the negativity. It's just like from what I was seeing from the unfinalized testing, he didn't do the hottest, but I'm glad he picked it up and did a lot better. I still feel like he should be a top 5 pick, top 6. I'm hoping he either goes to the Clippers or the Hawks. I feel like those two teams he can really develop and become the best player he could be in the NBA. I think those guys are in better situations than the Nets and the Kings. And I feel like due to his height and status and highly skilled, I feel like the Hawks and the Clippers are going to want him a lot more. But we don't know yet due to the fact that the Wizards may trade their pick or the Jazz. I know there's going to be moving around. It's going to be really interesting to see. But I'm really glad that Wagler at the end of the day did really, really well. And I'm very happy for him because I feel like this kid should be deserving of the 5th pick overall in the draft. And I think going to the Clippers, a contending team for playoffs, even if they do trade Kawhi this offseason, I feel like it's going to make him look good and look a lot better. So I'm very happy for him. And I'll give you guys more updates. You know, the 5v5 is coming up today and yesterday. So as I'm recording this, it's going to be happening right now, pretty soon. And let's talk about Boswell because I know everybody's curious about Boswell's measurements. And I feel like Boswell did a really good job of coming to his own and proving to everybody that his height and stature doesn't delay his athleticism and his defense ability, because I feel like his defense now has looked a lot better, and I'm going to tell you why, and that's due to his measurements. And Boswell's proving me wrong about the combine. You know, like I said, I feel like the combine should be different for everybody, and it's proving me wrong to the fact that the combine, I think, helped his status a lot more. This is due to his, even though he listed his height at 6'1" and 0.25 inches, that's, he's considered short for the NBA standards, but he had a weight at 226. He's basically a running back size. Wingspan is 6'7". That's really good. 6'7". That's really good. He has really long arms, and his overall standing reach is 7 feet and 11 inches. That is also good. With his arm length and his defense ability, he can stick with taller opponents. His testing was really good. No step vertically at 33 inches, which is really good for a 6'1" person. 6'1", 6'2" person. Maximum vertical 38. This is also really good. He's getting up there using his athleticism. 3-point star drill, he shot very well, 12 for 25, 48. Spot up shooting, 12 for 25, 48%. Shooting off the dribble, 14 for 30, 47. Also really good. His fourth court sprint is 3.22 seconds, and his shuttle run is 2.92 seconds. All very good, showing his speed and athleticism. And in the 5v5s, I think he's going to show out. I'm still waiting for those videos to come out so I can see how well Wagler and Boswell did. I don't know if Wagler's participating. I know AJ DeBanza and Chris Sanat did pretty good, as I was seeing highlights on Instagram. And it looks like Boswell can be a really good second-round steal. I feel like there's a lot of teams that can pick him up, but a team I would be really happy with picking him up is Chicago. I feel like Chicago needs a defensive reliable guard. Right now, they don't really have one. I like Trey Jones, but Trey Jones is not really good defensively. He's a really good scorer and passer. And Josh Giddey is the other guard. He's really good, but he's not. He's kind of a reliability sometimes on defense. He's not terrible due to his height of being like 6'7", 6'6". So that works out for him, but he still doesn't have the quickest feet in the world, so he's a defensive problem. So they need a defensive guard that can really support their team. And I feel like another team that he can really be relied on is Miami. Miami is a really good place for him. They develop guys that are second-round picks and become really good stars. Pele Larson's a good one. Another team that I'm thinking about is the Rockets. I can really see the Rockets picking him up as well. You know, they have Reed Shepherd, and Reed Shepherd's not the tallest person in the world, but he's a reliability on defense. So putting a guy like Boswell, who's a point guard and a really good shooter, can really support their team and really help them defensively. And I feel like he'll be a great fit there. And I don't know what's going to be KD's fate, so they're going to need more help on the defensive end and another person who plays similar to Fred VanVleet. But he's more athletic and he can learn under Fred. I feel like this would be, a no-brainer. And I feel like he's a lot longer with his arm length of 6'7" and being more athletic. So I feel like Fred VanVleet would be willing to teach him. And another guy from Illinois, I think he would love that. I feel like he would really appreciate that. But let's go to football because I got some really good updates. I saw Luke Altmaier's number, so I just want to talk about him and Hank Beatty because I feel like they're killing it right now in the rookie minicamp. He's learning a lot, as I was seeing from interviews and stuff. He's really excited for the opportunity. He's got his number 2, which is dope. On the Lions gear, I saw that. And I think him coming from a backstreet, learning from, Jared Goff and Teddy Bridgewater, I think it's going to be really good for his career. Regardless if he makes the team or not, I feel like, being behind those two guys gives him a really good chance to really learn the game of football, especially from the pro level. And this could help him out in any other team. And hopefully he does make the squad. They don't really have a lot of QBs other than Jared Goff and Teddy Bridgewater. So he has a really, really good chance of being that third QB, making the practice squad, and then learning under those guys and really learning the game and possibly playing in the future. Because Jared Goff and Teddy Bridgewater are not the youngest people in the world. So Luke can learn a lot and possibly step up and help Dan Campbell possibly win in the future. Not too much because obviously I'm a Bears fan, so I don't want him to succeed over the Bears, but I do want him to succeed for the Lions so he can become a great QB for them and hopefully a future starter because I think he has a really good chance of becoming that guy. And age is a factor and it is a value. So the fact that could be the youngest QB in the room could really, really help his status and really help him and help the Lions in the future. So I feel like he'd be really good for them. And he plays pretty similar to Jared. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes, makes the accurate plays, really good in play action. And coming from a multiple formation offense from Barry Looney is going to also help him in this status, especially with Dan Campbell and his offensive coordinator who likes to run, a mix-up of offensive formations and plays. So having a complicated offense won't be new to Luke. So I think it's going to be really, really good for him. But next thing's next. I do want to talk about Hank Beatty because, guys, he was killing it in rookie training camp. He was catching everything. They said he didn't even drop anything the first day, which is really good for Hank. I think Hank Beatty is going to be stepping up, improving himself. I think he has a really, really good chance of making the team. I think he has also a really good chance of being a special teams guy. They don't have really a true returner right now, so Hank Beatty can be that guy. And being an undrafted free agent is really making his value more worthy. And I feel like, when he gets his pay and hopefully he makes the team, he really has a good chance of playing during the regular season and really has a good chance of making a name for himself. So I'm very proud of Hank Beatty. Just what I'm hearing from podcasts for the Titans and what I'm hearing from the rookie minicamp, it just sounds like positive things that Hank Beatty is really killing the game, and I'm just happy for him. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it was a mix, and I had to apologize to you guys because I feel like I was kind of putting Wagler down, and that wasn't my intentions. I was just a little worried because, sometimes the status of the combine really hurts certain players, and I feel like it shouldn't hurt Wagler because he's so skilled. So I feel like it should just not determine how good a player is. Same thing with Boswell. I feel like Boswell and Stavakovic, I feel like the combine really helped them. So it kind of alters what I was trying to say. But like I said, I think the combine works for certain people and it doesn't work for others. So I think they should mix it up just a little bit, just a tad. I don't know what they can mix up for, football or basketball, but I feel like it should be mixed up and changed to a certain way where it doesn't affect all players and their stock. That's just me. But if you guys have a different opinion, let me know. And yet again, please subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.